So, this is how we're gonna start this. I'm gonna ask all the fucking questions, and Ari's gonna answer all the fucking questions.
What are you asking?
If you don't want the but,
you can't say.
then you're not for our page. Alright. I have to give him a heads up. Alright.
I just feel awkward recording.
Now give me a cigar. I need a cigar while recording now. And shades. I feel like if I don't have a cigar and shades, maybe I should pull a Red Bull.
You want a Red Bull?
I don't know.
You just had 2 margaritas.
Yeah. What are you named?
Yeah, you are. Alright, so
I'll wait
this
till I start
part
to slump.
of the vlog is just...
Oh my god.
Oh. You almost called 911.
Almost called Turkish 911. No, they would have answered and been like, bro, you're not even here. You're not even in the US. What are you doing calling 911 from the US?
This is just about...
What? I'm not fit for this.
No, you're not. About
so,
just the airport experience, like the flying to get here, and then the first 2 days. I feel awkward.
Alright, how was your airport experience going through?
How was our airport experience?
How was our airport? It was fucking awesome.
Talk? No, it wasn't.
We were in Dublin, running through the fucking hallways like madmen.
No.
Right? Listen, I tripped over this fucking elderly person.
No.
Spilled all their shit out. Didn't give a fuck. Kept going. Your turn.
No. So, we got to the airport. Our flight took off at what? I'm choking you.
Oh my god.
At what? Like, it was supposed to take off when? Like 9:15. Like 9:15. And people always said, like, people were telling us, like, if it's that late, like, you gotta go to the airport early because it's gonna take a while to get through.
Hold on, my forehead is shiny.
Yeah, it's the thing.
What's up with that?
Leftover sweat in the ring light.
No, it's not sweat.
You were
That's my
damp.
essential oils.
Yeah, you essentiate.
Alright. We just kissed in Turkey. That's illegal. Just so you guys know. Don't tell on us. It's true! Can't kiss out here. Don't kiss out here.
Stop!
Okay, I'm just making it more interesting. Alright.
I can't take a second serious.
Hey. It's a vlog. It's not supposed to be serious.
It's supposed to be informational one.
Personal information of life. And the fun parts.
My cheeks hurt.
You said a cut in the fun parts throughout the information parts. Like do an information part, information part, fun part.
I just said if you feel like recording it all, you go for it.
No, me recording you?
Oh, whatever you want to do. You can pick up my... You bought the camera.
I did. I bought the camera. You're welcome, guys.
It's getting dark.
I
I meant to do this before we left so the light would stay up. Anyways, yeah, so they said to go like early for that time, so we did, and we got like basically right through, so we had to wait for what, like 2 hours? 2.5 hours?
For what?
The first airport.
Yep.
And then everything had to be like planned and scheduled on time because, is this blurry from far away? I can't even tell. Because when I booked it, I was dumb because we took 2 separate flights. We did Delta and then Turkish, and I only gave us like 2.5 hours in between. So it was like everything had to run smooth, and everything now does not with airports. So the first one was running late, like the people coming in, departing or landing was running late. So then we are already like 40 minutes behind schedule. I was like, oh, we got, or something like that. A little less than 40 minutes behind schedule. So I was like, okay, we gotta go. So once we got on the plane, I wanted us to get like see as close as possible so we can get off quick. But Delta has all these other things before. And then we ended up being in main cabin 3, so literally the end of the plane. And I was like, okay, like we still have time. So we were chilling. And then Nate's like, let's watch the movie Lucy. So we watched it. The movie sucks. But we kept getting delayed over and over and over, like while we were sitting on the plane, because first they loaded the luggages, but then they're like, oh, we have to wait for the connecting flight luggage.
We watched the whole movie.
Yes.
Before the plane even moved.
No.
Before they even closed the doors.
No, it was when we just took off. We were just taking off when the movie ended.
Okay, so same thing. We watched a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And it just took off.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Because they
were waiting on one guy. And what else?
Well, first it was because they were getting the luggages from connecting flights. and it was like all delayed, so that took a while. And then there was a problem that the door wouldn't close for where the luggages were, so then maintenance had to come. And then it was one dude that like almost missed the flight that we were waiting for on top of, which I thought they just abandoned you, but I guess they didn't. So it took, we left like over 2 hours late. So, and our flight was like a little less than 2.5 hours, because the second one took off at 10:55 a.m. but it started boarding at 9:15. No, at 10:55. It started boarding at 10:15 a.m. It's like the time change. So I was freaking out the whole flight.
So shout out Delta, you'll never miss a flight, but you will miss your next flight.
Boarding.
If you have 2 flights in a row.
In that close.
So
2.5 hours.
think about that. If you're taking a single flight, you're never gonna miss a flight.
Right.
As long as you're close to
And they're good on the plane too. Like, we got a lot of food. We did a red eye. So they offered dinner. They offered 2 things for dinner. They gave you pillows, blankets, egg sandwich for breakfast, but it made the plane smell weird. We watched TV. Didn't sleep at all. Less than 30 minutes because it was so uncomfortable. I don't know why the heads bump out. So it was very uncomfortable. And then when we landed and then finally got off, our flight started boarding at 10:15, and it was already, I think, that time. And we were in Terminal 2. We had to get to Terminal 1, so they were far apart. We had no idea where we were going. We planned to ask like the little desk before you board a plane, but where we landed, none of that was like, that wasn't a thing. So we started running through the airport, and then we saw a sign that said connecting flights and then another way to go. But I didn't think it was connecting flights that we had to go that way, because like I booked them separately, so I thought we had to go like somewhere else. I don't know, I thought it was something. So some guy told us, like, asked where we had to go. We said Terminal 1 for a flight, so he told us the direction to Terminal 1. So then we had to go through a gate, and the woman's like, where are you going? So we said another flight for Terminal 1. She goes, no, go back to connecting flights, because if you go this way, then you have to go through everything again, like the whole process. So we would have missed our flight. So then we run back the other way and started going through all these like floors and different spaces to go to our terminal. Our boarding pass never said what terminal we had to go to, so then we saw some people staring at boards with all the names, so then we found it there because it didn't say the gate or any of that. And then of course it was like so far away, so we were running. He can run, I was dying. And we got there 15 minutes after our plane was boarding. And then that was a 4.5 hour flight. First one's a little over 6. This one was like a little over 4. And the Turkish Airlines is okay. Their seats are more comfortable, I think.
Way more comfortable.
Way more comfortable, but this one was more outdated. I don't know if they have like any updated ones, but this one was like a pretty outdated plane. But that one, a few kids were screaming the entire time, the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I felt sick because like I think I was overtired from only sleeping 30 minutes, because we got up at 7 a.m. Or I got up at like 7:30 a.m. on the 5th. Or what day did we leave? What even is today's date? Today's the 7th. So I got up at like 7:30 a.m. on the 5th. And then we went to the 6th. Our flight was at like after 9 p.m. Or technically after like 10, 11 p.m. That's when it took off. Then we went 5 hours forward in Dublin. And I only slept 30 minutes. And then to Turkey. So we were already like pretty messed up not sleeping. So then I started feeling sick an hour into that flight. I thought I was gonna throw up or pass out, so I was like dying the whole time. And then Nate was chilling. He watched a lot of movies. Good amount of movies.
Yep.
And then once we landed in Turkey is where like shit was confusing. I kind of had like an idea of where to go, because a communication specialist on clinichub will like reach out to you and give you like a whole thing of like saying like where technically to go, but it just says like the exit. So it's like exit 13 out of the airport, and then like a stand you have to go to, but to get to that from where we landed like wasn't near it at all. And we also, since we're from the US, we were able to get visas at the airport and change the currency there. So when we landed, we were just kind of like following people and somewhat following signs because they're written in Turkish. And then eventually on a whole other floor, the whole other side of the airport, we found one visa booth and a currency booth that we did that at. We didn't understand Lira at all when we got it, but he's getting the hang of it. I'm still kind of confused. The US dollar, like at least from Google Flights, what they emailed me, our $1 is worth like 17.9 lira or something like that.
Everything is more money here. So like a bag of chips here is like $12 to $20 in lira, bag of chips at home is like, what, 3 to 7? 3 to 8, depending on the bag of chips you get.
Was it?
Yeah, but you remember, the currency is different, so technically we're spending...
Well, someone...
maybe the same, maybe a little less here. Someone
got, like, ice cream at a stand today, and it was 150 lira. So you, like, but that's essential to, like, $10, I think, in the US. Like, our dinner tonight, 2 margaritas, a salad, and chicken parm was, like, 400 and something lira.
2 margaritas. 2 margaritas
were 150 each.
150 each.
But I mean, it sounds like a lot.
In total, our bill was 450. That means our food together, both our meals, costs as much as 1 margarita. 1 margarita. So they value cocktails much more than an actual meal. Like, they probably think putting the work into a cocktail, which I love putting the work into a cocktail, is worth more.
Yeah,
fun. You're using my wallet.
Oh yeah, hold on, I'll hold it. Don't knock that camera over, I didn't get insurance.
For all your info, beautiful.
Colorful money. Nate doesn't value.
Look at that guy, sexy.
Oh God. Whoa, someone on the other side?
Yeah.
That's a whole different person.
Pretty cool one.
I didn't pay attention
enough.
enough.
Put this back. I actually need it.
Yeah, we actually need that.
We actually need money.
We actually need money.
We're pretty broke.
Everywhere we go. See, I hate how, like, when I get shadowy, it's just my nose. It's like, hits the light.
Want to switch?
No, it's just my face.
Right here is nice. You want to switch seats? Look
That's
at my
okay.
nose.
I'll just put this closer.
Should we review those chips?
You can try them.
Wait to the ending.
I just can't try them. What is it?
So are you scared for tomorrow?
No.
No?
I feel like it's not happening. That's the only problem.
I feel like you've been here for too long. You're like, all right, now I gotta do it.
Well, no, I just feel like it's just like not. It doesn't feel like it's real.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Maybe tomorrow will feel real, but
Does
right
it feel
now
like
it doesn't
Christmas
feel real.
Morning?
No, it like doesn't feel like it's like even a thing.
What does Christmas morning feel like to you?
Nothing.
What?
I don't have a heart.
Bro. I don't even sleep the night
Pretty
before
soulless.
Christmas morning.
Oh, 1, 2. Yeah, so we exchanged money. We got our visas. It was just like a stamp inside the passport. And then we were walking around because we couldn't figure out like how to leave. Like we couldn't find the exit anywhere. So we ended up asking someone. And like the 2 people we spoke to at that point, or the 4 people we spoke to at that point, like kind of spoke English. So she said like a gate we had to go through, but it was like a baggage claim. But I was like, but we don't have baggage, but I guess we'll go through it. So we had to wait in a line and we had to show our passports. It got stamped, but then all of a sudden for Nate's, they were like telling him he had to step aside and like they had to keep his passport. And we're like, oh shit, like what's happening? But the guy, we had to wait around for a while and a guy came and he ended up just like having to stamp it or something again. Maybe the guy stamped it wrong. So then we made our way through and then we found out like last minute that you need like a SIM card to be here for your phone to work. So you need to get a SIM put into your card, but if your phone's like locked, like something in your general settings, if it's locked for a SIM, they can't do it. So you'd have to get that fixed prior, and we didn't know that, and then both of ours were locked. So they ended up giving us something called like a hotspot like little box. It sucks. And then there's different rankings you can get for it. So we did 75 gigabytes, but they didn't tell us like it needed to be charged. So it was like working okay at first, and then all day today it wasn't working and we didn't know why, and we didn't have a charger for it. They gave us like a free charger, but it wasn't for that. So we traveled today. Well, I'll go to that. But yeah, so you can get one of those too. It was like $140 US for this box for the 2 of us with the SIM. They put the SIM inside that
bag.
So it's like a weak hotspot. But it's something, because everywhere else you're not gonna have Wi-Fi unless like we do at the hotel. When we went out today, we like kind of picked up Wi-Fi here and there, but really not. So,
So you're probably better off unlocking your phone before you come here and getting a SIM put in your phone, because it'd be much cheaper.
Right.
Like, not even half, maybe like an eighth of the price.
Right. So much cheaper.
So much cheaper.
But then, so we had to look for exit 13 in this. At this point, once we got to this room, it was like full of just exit numbers. So we got to 13, and it was kind of like those like what are they called, those bars? Like, so at concerts, like, so people don't like go past a certain point, like a barricade.
Yeah.
And they had like names written on there, stuff like that. So we had to look for M55, and Nate saw that one. But it was just weird setup. Like, it was like a few random guys just had like little name cards, yeah, on their shirt, and you tell them like your name, and then they have to try to find you on a list. They couldn't find me at first, so I was freaking out, like, did this all like go downhill? But then they found me, and then you wait around. It's humid outside, and then eventually one of the guys will lead you and a bunch of other people. I don't know if it's all people for clinichub or not, because there's a lot of people with luggages. They'll lead you guys down, like, across the street and down an elevator to like a garage of cars, and then we kind of got split off from there. So I was told to get in this van with, and then him, and then like another couple went in the van too. They were like Welsh or something, and I think her husband or boyfriend was there for something for his teeth. But from there we were driving to the hospital, and people drive here like maniacs. Don't rent a car. Don't. People are on their phone while driving, smoking. There's children standing in the front seat. There's a ton of people in the car at once, and they all like don't know what a brake is. They all like almost swerve into each other. So many almost car accidents. At one point the guy hit the bumper of the person in the back in front of us, then everyone just kept going.
Let's just say they use the brakes more than the gas.
Yeah, or the gas more than the brakes.
Kind of.
Yeah. And then this guy was driving with a whole ass parrot on his hand in the car, like
That's
a big
illegal.
one.
That's
like
illegal.
a safari, like a zoo one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna stop. Hold on.
And we're back.
So then we went to the hospital, and the people had to wait in the car, the other couple, so they were confused. So I had to get a PCR test and blood work. The driver like checked me in, and then they made me sign my name at the bottom, and then also write my parents' names. And I thought that was weird. Did you think that was weird? I thought that was weird.
I didn't even know they had you write your parents' names.
Yeah, they're like, write your name, your mother's name, and your father's name. I was like, that's kind of weird. So we had to wait for a few minutes, and then we got brought into like this little room. It didn't look like a regular hospital. I don't know how to explain it. But this girl came she was in there to do my blood, and it was pretty quick. Like, I was nervous because I barely ate, I barely drank. I felt like shit. I thought I was gonna throw up and pass out, so I was nervous to get it done, but it was fine. I still have the mark. But she took a decent amount of blood. Like, did you see how many tubes? Did you watch it or no?
It was like a full tube technically, because it was like a third full for each of them.
Mm-hmm. And there was a few.
Yeah, so like.
Did you watch? I can't watch.
Tube's probably like that wide. Like, just imagine a regular vial. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, like a
blood vial. Like that long, but it was like a cap, so it was technically like that long.
Mm-hmm.
And it was full of blood. But there was 3 of them. I got 3/4 full. So boom.
She did it quick though.
Boom.
Like, I didn't really feel it. And then she was gonna do my COVID test, but all of a sudden, like, we heard someone like cough or something. Like, it was like a nasty type of cough sound. And then like a nurse came running out of the room, like saying something in Turkish. And then a ton of nurses, and even her, went running that way for a few minutes. So we don't know what happened. Like, they went running back the other way. She was on the phone with someone. She went running back in. Other people were running in. So I don't know what happened. And then she came in with a mask on, but probably because she was doing the COVID test. And the way they did the COVID test was they put it in my mouth and then put it up one of my nostrils, but it really wasn't bad at all. And we got back on the van, and then we dropped out a couple off, and then we got here at the Sheraton Grand in Istanbul. And it's nice because a lot of places here you have to go through a metal detector before getting physically in. So we had to go through a metal detector, and then my purse had to go through like that x-ray detector thing.
In Boston, Massachusetts, it's not like that.
It's not. And more places should be like that. Like, we went to like a watergarden place that's down the street from here, like a walk right around the corner, and then you do that too before getting to places. A lot of places are like that, which is nice. So that was the first day. I already showed you guys the room. And then today we went to Emisu, and what was it called? I forget. We wanted to tour like the Grand Bazaar today, which we didn't actually end up finding because our little power pack died when we didn't know it because we didn't know how to get charged. So we were trying to figure out how to travel, but I have anxiety about doing anything new. So some people were saying don't take taxis because they rip off foreigners, or they drive crazy, or there's a lot of traffic. Some people just said just take the public transportation, like the metro, the tram, stuff like that. But that also sounded confusing. And then some of them, they don't announce where the stops are, so we wouldn't know where to go.
Just look for a nice taxi driver. You would think would be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Don't go for a taxi driver that looks grumpy.
Right, and then they said, like, some people said Uber, but then they might cancel on you, and then technically they usually send just the taxi drivers for the Uber. And the thing is too, is because sometimes they have a meter they're supposed to start, and sometimes they don't do that. They just tell you a price. But so far the two we did had a meter. So we had breakfast downstairs, and there was 2 other girls here that had their noses done, but I didn't know who they were because they weren't in the WhatsApp group chat I was in, at least I don't think. So then we asked the front desk like the best way to for transportation, but he didn't speak English, so he got someone else. So then they wrote down for us like the best way for where we wanted to go. So they said, we'll call you a taxi. The taxi will take you to a ferry, and then you'll take the ferry over to that part, because there's a European side and an Asian side to Istanbul, and we're on the Asian side, and there's a bridge that crosses over water. But once you go onto that, I'm pretty sure that's when the price goes up for like driving. So I guess the ferry is cheaper. So they called a taxi for us, and then he wrote where we were going and then what ferry to take. But he said on the ferries they don't say the names of the ferries, so that was like something to figure out too. And then when the taxi pulled up, they told him where we were going. Taxi brought us. We almost got into like a 3-car collision. And then we got to the place, and the guy like kind of pointed where to go, but it was still just really confusing, and it took a while, but we figured out which ferry to get on. Brought us over, and this was the European side where we tried to find the Grand Bazaar, but it like was kind of a struggle. So we didn't end up getting to it because the power pack didn't work, so we didn't have Wi-Fi. So we were just kind of walking around, and we ended up at Topkapi palace, something like Topkapi something palace. It was so hot. It was so hot.
If you don't know where to go down here, you gotta talk to people like cops.
We haven't talked to a single cop.
Well, people that work here, like,
yeah,
people that work the transportation know a little English, at least a little English, so they'll understand what you're saying, or point to where you have to go. Write stuff down, drop a pin on your location that worked out, and get a Wi-Fi box.
Get Google Translate.
If you don't have Wi-Fi, if you can't see where you're going, and if you don't know where you're going.
You know what I forgot about?
What?
Maps.me. We could have gone on that, and Wi-Fi would have worked offline. When we were in Aruba, the Hertz driver told us to download Maps.me, which is like a Google Maps, but it works without Wi-Fi. I completely forgot about that.
This girl.
I hate myself.
Sorry, I do too. I forgot.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you could do the whole time.
I'm like Dory, you know, like I need a reminder.
Yeah.
After a little bit.
I know you do. It's okay. Yeah. So definitely try to figure out where you're going beforehand, because it is confusing. And there's a lot of people. So we ended up going to like a candy factory out here to eat, but I guess we kind of went through like an Egyptian bazaar type place, and then we went to that museum. It was nice. It was really hot. It was like 320 lira to go there for the both of us each, so it was like 640 lira.
If you're not a big museum person, don't go.
Yeah, I mean, it was really beautiful, but like a lot of it, the indoor stuff was like just stuff inside casings, and that's just not usually our type of thing, but it was still pretty.
I like more, I like the, what was it? There was a lot of like plates, bowls,
China.
Vases. It was nice, but like I was expecting more outside of the history, like clothing. I don't know, something
I just thought
else.
it would be like something you'd walk
like more
through,
like technology
how...
advancement that they
well, no,
made,
I don't even think of that because that time didn't have it, but it's like that. I thought it would be more walk through like what the rooms looked like instead of just like a few things. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like walking through a museum more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not like a historical museum. It was more historical.
Yeah, and it was along the long lines.
They're not a lot of historical.
Right.
They're just kind of like religious people.
I thought it was gonna be like Yeah, and then we walked by the Blue Mosque, or mosque, however you say that, but it's under construction, so we didn't get to go around there. We passed by another few, but we haven't really seen like a big, like one yet like that. But yeah, we walked through the streets. We tried finding the Grand Bazaar, but it wasn't working, and then finally we got Wi-Fi somewhere else again, and Nate found it, but it was like a 19-minute walk. How long was it technically though? Like a mile?
Well, we were gassed. We just walked like
it was just so hot.
We just walked like 2-3 miles.
It was way longer than that.
We walked like 3 miles.
You think?
Yeah.
On, you're shaking the camera.
But it was like
that.
Hills. It was hot.
It's a lot of hills. Wear nice shoes because it's very hilly. Like I'm wearing sandals like this because I wanted it to be cute with my outfit, but my feet hurt.
And I'm chilling.
And he bought sneakers. The day we were leaving,
sneakers.
He got sneakers. So we were like, I wanted to go back, but maybe we'll go back another day if I feel good after the rhinoplasty, because we were just so hot. So we just wanted to like just go. And there was one place I really wanted to find, but I was like, technically I think it has like 4,000 shops. But at one point when we were trying to find our way back, we were so close to it, like only like a few blocks away, probably like maybe 10 minutes, not even. We had no idea. We were trying to like just go off of like a screenshot I took earlier of like a big pop out of where it said it, like the area for Cindy it said it was. And so it took a while to find our way back, but we did. We paid for the ferry again, which we don't know if it's a one-day pass, like a whole one-day pass, or a one-time use. I have no idea. And then we flagged down a taxi, and I had a screenshot from clinichub of the hotel we were staying at with the address, so I just showed that to the taxi driver, and then we made it back. And then if you need like food, there's a little market, and then there's restaurants right around the corner. It's called
remember those cocktails, a lot of money. So if you're a cocktail person, make your own fucking cocktail.
A lot of people seem like they get like juices or like teas or something.
A fucking beer.
You drink beer at home.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna drink beer in a foreign country.
In a restaurant.
I want to see what they can make, what they can create.
You liked them.
Yeah. They were good, but they were expensive.
Yeah.
For what they were worth down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's called the Watergarden, or the Water Gardens. It's like a big plaza. You'll see it from like the outside of the hotel. And there's so much stray cats and stray dogs. It's so sad. Today, around in the area we were in, there was like a cat with her kitten. I was like, I want to take that kitten home so bad. And then when we were just coming back, maybe I'll put it on the screen, but I'll probably be lazy. A dog, when we were walking up to our hotel, saw us and he started wagging his tail because there's like a bunch of big dogs that are on the street, and he came up to us. I was kind of scared though that we were gonna get bit by like a stray dog, but he wanted either pets or food or water because I don't know, it's so hot for them.
Yeah.
So, but today I got a few like messages from clinichub, and then I just got a consent form that when we walked back into our room, it was on the floor, so I think they just slid it under. I guess there's nurses in the building. It said that someone told me that the nurses slid it under the door, so I filled this consent form. I can't right now. It's what time? I don't even know.
It's like 8:30.
From the
8:45.
carpet. I have like indents. I can't even feel it.
You want to sit?
That's okay. It's like 8:50 right now, so I have to stop eating and drinking at 10 p.m. and then we're getting picked up by a clinichub car at 6:45. I'm gonna find out tomorrow the time of surgery from first, second, or if he even does third cases. Consultation tomorrow. I have to pay tomorrow, but it doesn't feel like it's real. Like to me, I still don't even feel like we're in Turkey. You feel it?
We're definitely in Turkey.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I just don't.
I know.
I can tell it while you're in a different space, but like to me, it just doesn't hit. Like I don't know. I just don't have emotions, I guess.
I could feel it when I say something in English.
That is a struggle.
They don't respond.
Have Google Translate, but try to learn some words before you come, because we should have, because it's just like a struggle with a lot.
I didn't think we were gonna be out and about this long, so
yeah.
That's why we didn't really learn.
I don't know. Everything's just like confusing.
It's tough, you know. It's like going to the U.S. and speaking Turkish. You're probably not gonna understand anything. It's the same thing. Like being Turkish in the U.S., not knowing a lick of English.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know anything in the restaurant.
Some waiters will like know a few words.
Just point and be respectful.
Yeah.
Smile.
That, or try to use Google Translate. I mean, I tried the other day. One waiter still didn't get it, but today the waiter understood like with Google Translate. So we'll see. There's something else I was gonna say, but I forgot. But there's a lot of attractions, like things to see. Like there's a few places I want to go to eventually, but I just don't know like the addresses. Like I see them on TikTok and they say the district, but they don't say like the address. So we want to try to go to, it starts with a K, I forget, this district you can take from the ferry too. It has Galata Tower, which I want to see, but they had like, it's called like a Balat other district nearby, I think, that I want to go to too, because it has like these umbrellas that hang over you, and then it has these colorful houses with streets and stuff. We're trying to take pictures too. We're trying. But yeah, this video, I'm definitely gonna make a second clip for tomorrow. That's gonna be a whole other YouTube video because this one's already way too long with the talking. So this
I'm gonna be the one talking.
Yeah, he's gonna be recording.
Eventually.
So.
I'm be talking?
Yeah, you can talk too.
Okay.
So,
sure.
but when we're in the hospital, he's recording for me. So I'm about to show him some videos of other people that went to talk to you to just show him like what to record and how to record it. And
I think my own way is the best way.
Please don't make things difficult for me.
Own way is the best way. You gotta keep it original.
Look back at it and be like, shit, this was my one time.
You can't be copying people's things, you know.
Well, not copying, but just show you the angle.
Yeah.
And like what times, because you didn't even know what consultation meant.
I
said record the consultation. He goes, what does that mean?
I understand they were going to explain some information to us. That's what it was. Exactly. I didn't know what the word exactly meant, you know. But I knew that they were going to explain some shit to me that I got to know.
Yeah, but tomorrow's when things get serious.
It's serious.
Some people say that they have no pain at all, and some people say they're in a lot of pain. So I just don't know how the rest of the week is going to go. I just hope it goes smooth, and I like my new nose. We'll show this one again one more time, even though it's all like weird lighting, so it looks shadowy.
Get up there. Get up there close. Get up there close.
It's all shadowy.
Get up there nice and close.
Here, let's hold this higher.
Don't hold it.
We'll put it like right.
All right, now get nice
there.
and close. Zoom in.
It's still shadowy. No,
keep going.
This is close enough.
She doesn't want to get closer. Closer.
It's just weird. It's close up. We'll say bye to her and hope we get a nice new nose.
And I was gonna say something, but I shouldn't say it.
What were you just saying? Oh, don't. I know what you're gonna say. But you know, he came with me to support.
I came with you to protect you.
Yes.
And support you.
We hold hands everywhere we go walking in the street.
And we kiss everywhere we go.
No, we don't.
Because we like to show affection in Turkey.
No.
That's like the #1 thing to do.
No.
So make sure you kiss.
We looked up online, it said not really to show affection.
Yeah,
so
just make sure you kiss.
We don't really even see people holding hands.
Make sure you
I don't know, it's just crazy
together.
that we're here, like we're already here. And we're gonna definitely miss out on places just because we can't go out too much. So I wanna try to go out again, but it's so hot and the heat's not good for the swelling, but also like you already feel sick in the heat. So it's just like, we'll see. But I do want at least, we leave the 14th, so at least the 13th, try to go out again. But I'm gonna fill out this consent form. Actually, I wanna look at it. See what it really says. It says, please bring with you on the day of your procedure. It's like a lot of pages. It's 1, 2, well, I will count that as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pages of consent.
Of straight fucking knowledge. You gotta beat that out.
We haven't even read it yet, so I'm gonna read it.
You're gonna have to beat that out.
Oh, because it says stuff in like Turkish.
Can you swear on YouTube?
I think a little bit, but I think it might get not shown to as many people. Like it might get, whatever it's called. I think I just went through my tampon. I got my period 6 days early, and it's still heavy. So I'm gonna have my period during this.
Say that on YouTube, but you can't swear?
I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
Okay. Oh, and then I also got this.
Yo, that lighting hits different though.
So everywhere we travel now, I try to get like something to remember it by. So in New York, even though New York isn't like that far from Massachusetts, but it's more like me and him never really traveled anywhere together before. So I got
Bonjour.
a snow globe and like this little locket thing from New York. And then Aruba, I got a jar with shells and sand. And then Dublin, I need to try to get something when we go back, even though we're just passing through, just because we went. So then I got this snow globe, if it focuses.
got you. Let me get that
Gotta
thing.
do the hand thing, you know? No, it's still
Dude, let me
focusing
get
on my
that thing
face.
I got this. Oh.
There it is. Now
Dude.
show the other side.
Money. Hold on. Yeah. Beautiful. Ready? Get a little shit.
You turn upside down.
Oh, shit. Forgot how these work. Beautiful. Alright. Give the other side. The other side's even much better.
There you go. I like the gold.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And then, yeah. Food's good here too. I haven't really gotten to experience it because I'm trying really. Oh, we got whatever these are. Try them.
Noodles. We're gonna review noodles. They are. I don't even know how to say it.
I don't even know.
We'll
Looks
try
like a mozzarella stick.
We'll try them after. Look at all those ingredients in the corner. We'll try it after.
Ooh. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the food looks good. I just haven't really tried it because I'm trying not to eat like salt and carbs as much as possible because that's gonna contribute to swelling.
And that's all I'm eating?
Yeah, that's what I usually eat. But I can't take bromoline pills. They said that you can take bromoline pills, at least Dr. Yu said that. It's like a pineapple enzyme pill to help with swelling, but I can't take it because I'm allergic to pineapple, so I was too scared to try it. So other things you can do by cutting back is not drinking, cut down sodium, carbohydrates. So I've only really gotten salads, then like a dessert today, but the food looks good. I want pasta and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna let Nate taste the chips. There you go.
Yeah, let's go.
And then we'll end this.
All right, let's read.
And then we'll start it up tomorrow morning with the nose job. So sorry if you watched this and you thought it was a waste. I apologize.
Is it for vegans? Shout out my vegans.
It says vegan?
It says vegan on the back. I don't know if it's a different word that they say.
And it means something else.
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever. They were the most.
I can shut the lights off after.
That was like the most bought chips off the shelf.
Outside.
All right, so we're gonna go.
I'm not trying anything new.
I love trying new stuff like this.
I'm too scared when I have something to do tomorrow because I'm allergic. Ooh, I can smell it. It smells very herby.
Herby.
Ooh, jeez. They look good. Might be dry. You don't like it. You don't like it. Why? Why don't you like it? It smells like what's it? Like a tomato basil herb. No?
Dude. Ass.
Really? They smell good. Let me show the outside real quick. We're gonna blindly walk. So we have like the lights, so it shuts off like the master one.
Mine goes for the dog downstairs.
Oh jeez. All right, let me turn this off. Oh, you still like can't even see it really. You can see the lights kind of. I've shown you guys the view I think before. I'm gonna turn that back on instead. All right, so I'm gonna pack. Maybe if you guys want, I'll make another video at some point of like what I packed versus what I used and stuff. But I'm gonna make this start again. Pack, shower, fill out the consent form, and we'll see you tomorrow during the surgery. Bye.